infamously, was Little Rock, Arkansas in '57. The Little Rock Nine, of 9 black students that wanted to attend Little Rock High School closer to their home, Eisenhower had to send the 82nd Airborne into Little Rock, Arkansas to protect the 82nd Airborne. It's amazing. I was reading about it just before I came. It's amazing to consider that the 82nd Airborne had to be brought in to protect 9 black students in attending this high school. There was such opposition in the community, the local police refused to protect these kids, and the only way that those 9 black students could attend that high school was with the protection of the U.S. Army. That was not one day or 2 days, that was weeks and weeks and weeks. The U.S. Army had to be deployed so these kids could go to school. So clearly, there was going to be opposition. Now, as I said, by '60, segregation hadn't become, or desegregation had not become a reality. So that takes us to document 1 here. Document A. Let's read it. Now here's what we're thinking about just very quickly. What we are thinking about is this. What are the goals? What are the strategies? What is the level of support? Goals, strategies, support. Goals, strategies, support. The Source Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, SNCC, Statement of Purpose, April '60, early in the time period, correct? We affirm the philosophy or religious ideal of nonviolence as the foundation of our purpose, the presupposition of our faith, the manner of our action. Nonviolence, as it grows from the Judeo-Christian tradition, seeks a social order of justice permeated by love. Integration of human endeavor represents the crucial first step towards such a society. Through nonviolence, courage displaces fear, love transforms hate, acceptance dissipates prejudice, hope ends despair, peace dominates war, faith reconciles doubt, mutual regard cancels enmity, justice for all overthrows injustice, the redemptive community supersedes systems of gross social immorality. Right there, if we have 15 minutes, right, to look at that document and then look at a bunch of others, is there anything there that relates to goals, strategies, or support? Go ahead. Nonviolence, right off the bat. I could write that next to that. Nonviolence. Anything else? Anything else that strikes you about that document quickly? Anything else? Yes, go ahead, Brooke. Yes, it says, where does it say that? Okay, social order, justice. So then an objective is justice. It makes 2 mentions of justice, doesn't it? At the end it says, it says supersedes social immorality, social justice. So an objective is justice, right? A strategy is nonviolence. Yes?
Integration.
Oh, yeah, integration. That means we want to get together. That's an objective too. Good. Let's go on. Let's go to document B. Very quickly. Now, document B is one of the most famous in American history. This is called the Letter from the Birmingham Jail, and it is 1963. The author of the letter is Martin Luther King. O'Toole, I'll have to read it because they won't hear your back to. So listen carefully. I think I should indicate why I'm here in Birmingham, since you have been influenced by the view which argues against outsiders coming in. Incidentally, I wore this shirt for this because Martin Luther King earned his PhD at age 26 from Boston University, right? So, I wore this shirt in honor of that, right? And I should mention this about Martin Luther King. I wish I'd have mentioned it earlier. King became famous in 1955 when Rosa Parks, who was part of the NAACP, refused to move to the back of the bus in Montgomery, Alabama, right? Montgomery, Mississippi. Alabama. And Montgomery, Alabama. I mean, the rule was this. If you were black, you could sit in the front of the bus unless a white person told you to move to the back. Well, she said no. So they arrested her. And so the African American community in the South protested that by refusing to ride the buses. And they were the biggest customer. This is called the Montgomery bus boycott. Martin Luther King eventually leads this boycott. At the time, and this is what I think that we don't, kind of probably all know that, because again of all, the holiday sort of information that's pointed out. But what's interesting, he's only 26 years old when that's true. I mean, that's relatively young. I always consider someone who's 26 years old is too young to know that they don't know anything yet, right? You know, so at age 26, King, you know, I think he was only 39 when he was assassinated. So he's a relatively young man. But anyways, now it's in, you know, he's just barely 30. He is the leader of the Southern Christian Baptist Leadership Council, and he is in Montgomery. He is in Birmingham, Alabama, and clearly he's not welcome. Why? Where is he? Jail. Right? They usually don't put people that they welcome in jail, right? And so who's he writing to, incidentally? Fellow clergyman. He's a preacher. The Reverend Martin Luther King, right? So he is a Baptist minister. And he's writing to other Baptist ministers who seem to be critical of him. Look at the first line. They seem to be critical of him, do they not? He says, I think I should indicate why I'm here in Birmingham, since you have been influenced by the view that argues against outsiders coming in. I have had the honor of serving as the president of the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, an organization operating in every southern state, with headquarters in Atlanta, Georgia. Several months ago, an affiliate here in Birmingham asked us to be on call to engage in a nonviolent direct action program if such were deemed necessary. We readily consented. And when the hour came, we lived up to our promise. So I, along with several members of my staff, am here because I was invited here. I am here because I have organizational ties here. But more basically, I am in Birmingham because injustice is here. Just as the prophets of the 8th century BC left their villages to carry their "Thus saith the Lord" beyond the boundaries of their hometowns, just as the Apostle Paul left the village of Tarsus and carried the gospel of Jesus Christ to the far corners of the Greco-Roman world, so am I compelled to carry the gospel of freedom beyond my own hometown. Like Paul, I must constantly respond to the Macedonian call for aid. Moreover, I am cognizant of the interrelatedness of all communities in all states. I cannot sit idly by in Atlanta and not be concerned about what happens in Birmingham. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. We are caught in an inescapable network of mutuality, tied in a single garment of destiny, where whatever affects one affects all indirectly. Never again can we afford to live with the narrow provincial outside agitator idea. Anyone who lives inside the United States can never be considered an outsider anywhere within its bounds. Again, goals, strategies, support, anything. How about support? Just to do something new. Where is he? Jail, right? I mean, does that say something about support? Clearly somebody doesn't support him. He's in jail, right? How about goals? Go back, Brooke, back to what you said. What did you say in the other one? Consistent or inconsistent? He's talking about justice again, right? So the goal is justice. Anything else? Strategy. Back to you. Strategy. Go ahead. What's the strategy? Nonviolence. He does make lots of reference, as does the first document, to Christianity, correct? To Judeo-Christian principles. Okay, look at the picture. What does that speak of? How about support? Like let's say they're supporting you. Would they put the big dog to bite your pant leg? Right, if they're supporting you? Right? And so in Birmingham where he is, here is the police allowing the mean dog to pull the pant leg of this guy. Right? So then we know we have visions of the water hoses. There is some opposition. Right? Now, let's skip to document E. Document E, Stokely Carmichael, what we want. Now look at the date in document E. King wrote in 63. The first document was in 60. Look at Stokely Carmichael, what we want. But our vision is not merely a society in which all black men have enough to buy the good things in life. When we can urge that black money go into black pockets, we mean the communal pocket. We want to see money go back into the community and be used to benefit it. We want to see the cooperative concept applied in business and banking. We want to see black ghetto residents demand that an exploiting storekeeper sell them at a minimal cost a building or shop that they will own and improve cooperatively. That they can back their demand with a rent strike or boycott, and a community so unified behind them that no one else will move into the building or buy the store. The society we seek to build among black people then is not a capitalist one. It is a society in which the spirit of community and humanistic love prevail. There's something that's kind of overt there.